Hey there, in this video we're going to continue to talk about how to graph systems, but we're going to talk about what if one of our equations is not in slope-intercept form. What if it does not say y equals mx plus b? We're going to review how to solve for y and how to graph those. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, question number 1 says, graph the system below and write its solution. Now remember, I'm going to focus an equation at a time. Well, I'm going to focus on this top one and ignore this bottom one. Well, I know how to graph this top equation because remember, the number by itself gives me my starting point. So this is my start. And since it says minus 1, I'm going to start at -1. My slope tells me my rise and my run. So 1/2 is telling me to move up 1 and to the right 2. So let's go ahead and graph that. So starting at -1, I'm going to plot my point, and then from that starting point, moving up 1 and to the right 2. Up 1 and to the right 2. And I can extend my graph in that same pattern in both directions. And Alex will do that already for me. Now let's focus on our second equation, the one I crossed out. Now it looks a little bit more tricky to deal with. Notice this 2x is on the same side as y. Unlike in this problem when y is by itself. This is not in slope-intercept form. I cannot graph this equation until y is by itself. Now we've continued to talk about how to get y by itself, and remember, here's how. You're going to want to write the equation, draw a line down your equal sign, circle y, and then say to yourself, I need to get rid of, I'm adding 2x, how do I get rid of it? I'm going to minus 2x. I'm going to write minus 2x. I'm going to simplify 2x minus 2x is 0. I'm going to bring down the y, bring down my equal sign. Now notice that 4 does not have an x and 2 does. So I'm going to leave them separate. So 4 minus 2x. And I'm going to quickly translate this into slope-intercept form. Meaning, okay, I'm going to rearrange this so that my x comes first. So this is a -2x, and 4 is positive, so plus 4. Okay, so now that everything is rearranged into slope-intercept form, now I'm going to graph. Remember, this tells me my start. So start at 4. So starting at 4, and my slope is -2. So I'm going to write it as a fraction and then give my direction. So -2 means I'm going to move down. 1 means I'm going to move to the right. So going to my dot, moving down those 2 spots that it's telling me to, and move to the right 1. Down 2 to the right 1. And if I extend my line, which Alex will do naturally for me, I can see that they cross right here. And what is that? I'm going to name the solution. Its solution is at the ordered pair. +2 is the x value. 0 is my y value. All right. So next problem. Try pausing this video and seeing how far you can get on your own before you need help. And then go ahead and press play. All right. So on this problem, remember, I'm always going to graph the first line first. So I'm going to ignore the second one. I'm going to start at the number that's by itself. So start at -1. So starting at -1, and I'm going to write my slope, and I'm going to write down my direction. So moving up 1, my rise over my run. So from my dot, I'm going to rise 1 and run 4 spaces. And I'm going to extend my line using my Alex tool. And then I'm going to focus on line number 2. So I'm going to ignore the top equation and just focus on the bottom. Now, very first thing I notice, y is not by itself, so I have to do that first. To get y by itself, I'm going to get rid of this -2x. Now, in order to get this to cancel out off of the side, I need to do the opposite. Since it says -2x, I'm going to add 2x to both sides. This is 0. -2 plus 2 is 0. Y equals, these are not like terms, so I bring down the top term first, then I bring down the +2x. I'm going to rearrange it, so +2x and a +6, so it's in slope-intercept form, and then I'm going to go ahead and graph. So my starting point is at 6. I'm going to rise 2 and run 1. So start at 6, so start here. 2, remember 2 over 1, so rise 2, run 1, and I'm going to extend my line, and I see that they cross right here at this ordered pair, which is the ordered pair -4, -2. All right, try this last one on your own to make sure that you've got it, and then check your answer when you've finished. So focusing on that first line first, -1 is my starting point. -1 over third, I'm going to rewrite it as my slope. -1 goes, the negative goes with the top. I'm going to move down 1 and to the right 3. So from my starting point, down 1, 1, 2, 3 to the right. I'm going to extend my line in both directions. And then I'm going to graph my second line. In my second line, get y by itself, so -2x. Since it's a positive 2x, -2x. Simplify, that's 0. I'm left with y equals 4 minus 2x. Remember, those are not like terms, so I'm going to bring them down. But I want to write them in slope-intercept form, so I write the x term first. So -2x comes in front, and 4 is positive, so +4. Now I graph. Start here at 4, so starting at 4, and -2 is a -2. Remember to make it a fraction over 1, so down 2 and over 1. Down 2 over 1, I extend my line, and I see that they cross right here, and the ordered pair is 3, common -2. All right, hopefully you got it, but if you have any questions, please reach out, and have a great day.